So now we're inside of the groups area, and what we're seeing is on the left all of the potential groups inside of PLM 360, and on the right all the groups that Ed is assigned to. So we'll choose engineering and add that over to the right and click on save. So we have our new user. We have the username. The login name is simply engineering in my case. First name, last, and he's part of the engineering group. So now you can proceed and create other users within the system and then assign them to the different groups. And if you notice in some of the other demonstrations, I have one person for operations, one for procurement, sales and marketing, services, etc. For example, in one of my sites here, I have all of my users. I've got Ed Engineer, Mike Manufacturing, Poly Procurement, and so on. And each one of these people is assigned to a particular group. And when I go to log in, I log in using this name over here in the username column, the name inside of the system, and the name as the current owner of a record or additional owners is going to be listed here. So back to groups. You'll note that we had a number of groups that we pre-built inside of all of the tenants. If you would like to edit some of these groups, for instance, suppliers, one option might be to make multiple suppliers. In fact, we could call this group supplier 1 and come in and perhaps make another group for supplier 2. And that way we can choose what they can see and have them both log in, bid on the same request for quote or RFQ, and perhaps not be able to see one another inside of the system. Next, we'll discuss the third option that we have up here. We talked about users and we added one. We saw groups and how we can modify a group. Let's discuss roles. Roles are the means of which people have access to features inside of the system, specifically workspaces. You'll note that the role name, in this case, will start right at the top with accident reports, adheres to the workspace for accident reports. In other words, when I say workspace, I mean these workspaces that we have up here. So under operations, accident reports, the access to this workspace and the records within and the tabs largely depends on how the role is defined. Taking a look at the first example on accident reports, we see that we have an RW, so read write. Down underneath it we have just read. So this would imply that we have read and write access. So we can edit, we can view, we can do everything that we need to with this particular role. However, with this accident report, it's just a read only. It's something that somebody can go in and look, they can see, but they can't make any contributions or edit that role or edit that workspace.